I suppose people would assume that it's a homosexual face somehow. Middle class. Probably looking at me, you'd think that he's quite a sensitive person. Well, I've got a lopsided face, and then I do have a tendency to, if I'm being photographed wherever the camera is, I will just move myself. This side slopes down a bit, not as photogenic as this side, in my opinion. I've always very aware of image and how to sort of market myself. I thought, well, I will market myself like a pop star. You know, I wore black rubber and very glamorous photos and the posters and everything. But people sometimes think that I wear makeup and lycra every day, you know, when I'm wandering around at home. And I'm happy for them to have that misconception, but I don't. I very much wanted to be famous as a child. I had a difficult time at school, and I was a very effeminate youth, and quite early on I decided there must be a way to turn this all round to my advantage, so that all the things that I was being persecuted for could become the very things that people would pay to see me display. Once I got the hang of being a gay man and putting myself about, I rather went for it in my 20s. I never went home alone. So that was one thing. I would go out and do a show somewhere, and then you'd go out to a club in Soho and leave the dog sitting in the car. My 30s were a bit more work orientated. I was doing lots of television and lots of touring. I have the odd panic attack comes out of the blue just to sort of remind me that they're still around, I think. And but there was a time when I was having several a day, and they're just sort of exhausting and devastating, and they're very habit forming. So I had one once in the queue at Marks and Spencer's. So then every time I went in Marks and Spencer's, something would happen in the brain and you'd be likely to have one. It wasn't helped by taking a lot of drugs at that time. Oh, and people had died around me, and so now I hadn't dealt with that. As a comedian, you're meant to be happy, and your job is to go and make people laugh. And so if you're getting overwhelmed with anxiety and the very antithesis of that, then it's difficult to carry on. But they do pass, you know, they did fade away, and I suddenly realised I haven't had a panic attack for a week, and then you don't have one for a year. I do like myself, yes. I think I'm very honest, and I'm no trouble. I think I'm quite sort of steady person. I'm not very good at people who are prone to hysteria and losing control. So I've made sure that I'm not that sort of person myself. Well, anyway, the best I could muster.
Beyond believing me not to be very bright, I don't really think he made a huge impact on me. Well, I thought he might be right. That was the awful thing.